Thank you so much. And thank you very much, Aman, for this very emotional for me presentation. Yes, several years, many years since I joined the StopTB partnership, and we did so far an amazing travel together, not an easy one. Several of you here, thank God, were in the kindergarten probably when StopTB, when I took over the StopTB, I imagine, or at least in the primary school. And, we come from a very long way from an organization that intentionally was kept in dark and unknown. So I'm very proud of where we are right now. But more proud than where we are right now, I am to be here with you and to see these great achievements of Unite. Aman, thank you very much for all the hard work that you and the other colleagues in Global Unite are doing to make these things happen. And I know it's not easy, and I know it's discouraging, and I know it's difficult. And I know it's like in the times that you should have all the wings to fly, you all young generation, there is this entire agitation, there is this entire uncertainty, there is this entire worry that is around the world. And, it's very difficult. I'm thinking of, and that's why I say I admire you so much. I have a son which is probably close to your age, and I look at the way that he pushed forward, but he has so many doubts, and I imagine that probably doubts and worries are in your heads and hearts as well. But as you said, we cannot afford to give up, not just in TB, but in general. I think the world is constructed on love, and I think the world is constructed on us caring for each other. And I think that we should not allow the ugly people that try to destroy, that try to break the links between us, that try to put doubts and horrible things in our minds and hearts and thoughts, we should not allow them to win. Always the good and the love and the empathy and the support for each other will win, whatever the drama and the problems we go through. So that's why we will not give up. And if I say that, I know that you will say that 100 times stronger. I was looking at my screen shows me and Norbert and some of you from the Unite. And I was laughing that me and Norbert, we don't have this beautiful background that you have. And I was thinking probably it's a sign, because even if you sent it to me, I don't know how to do this stuff, which is such a clear indication, at least for me, of the fact that you are the young generation operating in a very different way and doing things so much quicker and better. So I want to say three things after this. First of all, you should go ahead as the Global Unite and as the Unite in bringing together people with TB from different backgrounds, but especially to drive the movement. You as those young, you should slowly move and take it over from all of us and be the ones challenging the status quo, challenging the situation, challenging the solutions. But also, you see, it's easy to challenge. And this is my continuous problem with the people that are the ones less beautiful, let's say. It's very easy to criticize. It's very easy to throw mud. It's very easy to throw bad things, but you should come with solutions. So don't feel shy to tell your solutions. Don't feel shy to bring it up and say, we don't like how this happens. We suggest this is how things should happen, and change that. So the first thing is that I have full faith, belief, and now hope, seeing, we are more than 100 here. Well done, being together and pushing forward this agenda. Secondly, in TB, we are fighting, some of us, me and Norbert here, and probably others. But again, is that I see on the screen, we are working for our entire life in TB, right? Or our entire professional career. And I speak for myself, it probably breaks our heart for the fact that we are still seeing so many people undiagnosed, untreated, people that don't have access to basic things for the TB response, and people that die, including children, from a communicable disease. So we made huge progress from where we started. We saved millions of lives, literally, and we should be proud of that. But we need to continue and go forward. And the way that you are putting this forward as about looking at treatment literacy and looking at the youth being at the front line of awareness and access and adherence, it's extremely important topic. So we will have to do whatever to support you in this endeavor, and you should count on StopTB partnership for all this pressure. And as you know very well, with our challenge facility grantees using the UNITAID funding, as well as the French continue forward, especially UNITAID, looking at the drug-resistant TB aspects and working together in improving the treatment literacy and so on. This was my second point, that it is a place for the youth. You are the ones that should challenge the access. You should challenge why people don't know more about TB, why is the language not allowing them to say more about TB, and so on and so on. And then the last point, I want to say this. You see, we allowed for too many years to that depend on donors only, and particularly in TB only on a major donor, right? It was not only because we allowed, it's because we like it or not, we don't like it, but that's a reality. Many donors are not that keen to fund TB. And as you know, a lot of funding goes in different way. And, Global Fund is a big funder, but unfortunately, TB is not the top of the Global Fund funding agenda. Maybe they think about TB generously, but on the funding is not visible, they're thinking about TB, okay? So everything that you do, I urge you, and take it as a saying from an old woman, think of whatever you do to make it sustainable, and think of what is going to happen if this donor or this work disappears. And it's a very horrible feeling, you feel this thing here, but it has to be a discussion about it. And at country level, to make it sustainable, especially the youth movement, is really trying, as much as it's difficult and as much as challenging, trying to link with the TB program and trying to link and ensure the support and the engagement with the government. It will be very important. It's not easy. I am happy to see Norbert here, because in South Africa it's different, and Norbert and the colleagues have a great interaction with survivors and communities. There are many countries like that in which the public sector understood so much the importance of the communities, survivors, and now, for example, the youth or vulnerable populations, in making sure that the response is the right one. It's not always or everywhere like that, but that should not, discourage anyone to really make sure that the governments, that the ministers, that the NTPs understand that you, let's refer to you as youth, are there to help. And without your help, they will not be able to reach in the right communities. They will not be able to reach all the people that you can connect with. They will not be able to provide the services in the same way as the communities and civil societies can do in their own communities. So that's understood. And then from the community side, or from the youth side, it's good to understand that without the engagement of the government and the NTP, things might not be sustainable. And you saw so many things that were funded by donors disappearing overnight when the donor funding ended. So I think impactful you already are. You cannot say that you are not impactful, Aman, and all of you here, without having, you have 114 people online. This is huge and amazing. So I think you just need scalable. So we need to have the Global Unite reaching 1,000 people by the end of the year. And, whatever we do. And then sustainable, I refer to it a little bit. I'm following the instructions from Aman. Whatever he told me, I'm doing, and the delivering said touch on this point. Anyway, I'm smiling. I will finish here. I will stay online. I'm looking forward to this. And I'm really, really, really honored to be here with you. And I'm looking at you as the next generation leaders to take on these bloody diseases, including TB, and to not allow it to kill people anymore. Thank you.